Ben Ark, your thoughts on El Salvador?
Well, yeah, a few days later, Trump tweeted out that Bitcoin is an attack on the US dollar, which it's true. The US dollar's hegemony and power, which it wields in South America, has been disastrous, caused a lot of pain and suffering, and people have been trying to get past sanctions and US control for quite a while. I was surprised that an mostly anti-democratic darling of US neoliberal types was the one to adopt it, because he always had a good relationship with Trump and that clan. He's been the one to push it in El Salvador. Maybe Jack Mallers is an incredibly good salesperson. I'm quite excited about it. I mean, a lot of the stuff I build has been off the back of real world use of Bitcoin in a bar or Bitcoin in a cafe, and it helps inform your design decisions and what you're going to make and how you're going to make it, rather than just all of us building tools for this science fictional, maybe it might be used one day in the real world scenario. It's really nice to have have the software and hardware used out in the wild, so you get that real world use case. And there's going to be plenty of that, and El Salvador itself is going to attract a lot of fintech companies, because they'll now have favorable infrastructure laws for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. I know that Strike are going to put one of their headquarters there. Bakuli himself, he's a populist leader, but he does have the popular vote. I think it's 90%. And since 2018, he's managed to halve the murder rate in El Salvador. And there's always a problem with dictators. Like, if you get a good dictator, then yes, they can make a lot of impactful decisions, and they might be for what looks like the better of the country. But as they do that democratic backsliding, you can find yourself in a very sticky position a little bit later on down the road when they go nuts, take too much cocaine, and start careering around the landscape with a machine gun, which has happened in some countries around the world. So hopefully that won't happen. Hopefully it will just attract a lot of investment and people using Bitcoin in the real world, and it will also erode the US dollar's power over South America, and a lot of other South American countries will follow suit. As Josh said, Paraguay seems to be very receptive to Bitcoin. I think they've all got the one common enemy in South America, and that is the US dollar. So dethrone it and attack it.
Ben, you're supposed to say spoiler alert before you ruin the ending of the movie Scarface. And I agree with Ben. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, at least for now. This is a positive development for Bitcoin, regardless of the country that it may be. I do hope that it's a larger and more developed country next time. Just like to ask everyone to give us a thumbs up. We've got about 42 people watching now, and 11 people have hit the thumbs up button. So if we can get that button up, we can get more viewers and we can get more chat, and everything will just start happening. Moving on to the exit question. And of course, this has to do with the International Monetary Fund. Previously, El Salvador had been taking loans from the IMF. Now that everyone has suddenly declared them a Bitcoin nation, assuming they're now going to hold part of their treasury in Bitcoin, maybe even see some gains like Tesla saw. Therefore, Max Kaiser, according to the Twitter internet, someone told me, has come up with the idea to buy El Salvador out of their $1 billion loan from the IMF. Obviously, they're not looking for me for the funding, but somewhere out there, I guess there's a Bitcoin or an Ethereum or a person out there that wants to buy them out of their loan. Dan, Eve, what do you think about this idea of Bitcoin or some kind of collection of coins buying off El Salvador's $1 billion IMF loan?
Well, it definitely turn heads, that's for sure. But I think that I may raise the point about sanctions, but then a crypto player mentioned, the impact of sanctions on the country just for accepting Bitcoin would probably be a bit heavy-handed. So it's kind of a good thing that it would happen under the radar. It's like kind of like how Bitcoin started out, which was that not many people believed in it versus the existing financial system. And if it wasn't for coming from the ground up from individuals slowly turning and understanding Bitcoin, learning about it, and then implementing and using it in their own day-to-day lives, it wouldn't be this multi-headed ninja snake that you can't cut the head off because it's you whack-a-mole. You can't do it. So with El Salvador leading the way, any sanctions would be too heavy-handed, and therefore. It will be allowed to continue, and it will become a global experiment, I think. So I think, the IMF will be certainly looking very closely at El Salvador and how Bitcoin's being rolled out there, and the impact to not just obviously they'll be looking more to the impact of the government, which will probably be very much enriched, and that's what will make the dollar symbols roll in their eyes, rather than seeing the impacts on the people and the positive impacts on the people, and that bringing more of those 70% that are out of the financial system online.
What a terrible surprise when the country learns how many Bitcoins can be carried out within a single suitcase. Josh Shigala, should we buy El Salvador out of their IMF loan?
Hell no. What? Why would you? The IMF printed money out of nowhere, gave it to El Salvador. If they're stupid enough to accept that crap, then why you're really going to trade in this rare asset for that's like similar things happened in Greece, where the European Central Bank said, "Oh, yeah, we'll help you out, Greece. We'll help you out. All you have to do is give us that Acropolis and that island and this, like that." And then they literally go back, print out fake crap, or just type it in, and then expect you to hand over real assets. I mean, this is the same sort of thing. Why would you hand over real rare assets like Bitcoin so you can bail out some idiot country? I mean, not country. The people are obviously wonderful, but I always get myself in trouble. They're going to take that snippet and go, "Look at him. What a racist." No, look, wonderful people of El Salvador.
Check out WCN clips on Google at WCN clips for more exciting clips.
Josh insulting every single country on the planet one by one.
Oh man, I've done it. No, look, I mean, it's fantastic that you're accepting BTC and all, but you know what? You just say we're not gonna pay back your nonsense fake money. That's what they do. Yeah, they'll come under sanction, and they'll get all sorts of defaults and troubles. But if they're accepting Bitcoin, then that doesn't matter anymore. This is the paradigm shift that will happen. Similar things happening, around the world. We recently talked to someone, in I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but another country is looking at the similar thing to get away from a lot of debt brought in by China. So we're seeing the next step. The first step in 2017 was the whole normie influx, the normal people getting in. And how cool is that? It's the first currency where the bottom up first came in, and then this pump has been all the institutions coming in, and the next pump will be the countries. El Salvador is just a bit early.
Well, I want to follow Josh on this one, because I also don't think that we should pay off the loan. Not really for the Salvadorian people, which I'm sure are great, but just for this guy again. Oh, it's not working.
Nayib Bukele.
For Nayib Bukele, it seemed like it would be a $1 billion gift to a powerful dictator. This is another one of these, just like the people wanting to visit El Salvador, the people wanting to move there, these overexcited, let's call them mooners, the mooner Bitcoiners, these new people. They just love new things. They love new flashy things like the cat with the laser, and they're just excited. And I like that. and I like the excitement, and I don't want to be down on it. We just have to watch out when the laser
Are you
goes dictator, and
you
we're
call-
giving him $1 billion. Yeah.